Hello, quilting friends. It is good to be here on a Tuesday. It's cold. I'm cold. Winter is here, and why is it always dark? Anyone else have that problem? I was teaching last week, and I would look out the window. Hold on. Why is it telling me I want to cancel? I don't want to cancel. I was looking out the window. I'm like, is it going to rain? I'm like, no, it's 4 o'clock, which means it's midnight. So we need to hunker down for our long winter's nap, which involves staying indoors, drinking tea, and making a lot of quilts. Or at least that's my thought on the subject. So I'm here. I'm happy to see you all. Let me see if the chat's working better this week. No echo this week. Hello, Joan. It's good to see you. And Cindy, hello. So I was in your end of the world, Cindy. I was up at Bits and Pieces in Pelham, New Hampshire, and my husband came with me. So he was in Lexington and Concord and was doing all the Massachusetts things. Hello in Ohio, Patty. It's good to see you. So it is cold. It is winter. It's not winter, but it's winter because it's dark. I sent my husband a news article last week that there was one city in Alaska where the sun set last week and it won't rise again until January 26th. I'm like, oh, goody, let's move here because I handle the dark so well. You pretty much have to pry me out of my house once it's dark. Cindy, yeah, he did have fun. He was in Salem and he was in Concord and he was in Lexington and he's in museums and tootled around and did shopping. Hello, Pat in Wisconsin. I'm glad you're here. I look forward to being in Wisconsin next summer. I'm going to be in Larson, Wisconsin, at Primitive Gatherings as a student, as an attendee on my vacation. I'm going to Primitive Gatherings with a friend. Hello in Kissimmee, Florida. You may not be cold, but you're still getting dark, which was something I did not realize. Cindy, he was next to you in Peabody. Peabody. He told me he was at the Peabody Museum, and I think it might be Peabody, like Peabody. But he said, I was at the Peabody Museum, and it was really fun. I love being up in that area. I've known Liz at Bits and Pieces for nearly 20 years and teach there all the time. She's a good friend. But there's a definite accent going on in the Massachusetts region. And I'm from Pittsburgh, which is the ugliest accent in the United States. It's been voted on. It's not me. But I have that accent, and I fight against it every day. So I had fun. I had fun telling my students up there and Liz, I stopped for breakfast in, where did I stop? Oh, I was just intentionally butchering the names of places. I got to look up the town of that because there was a name that was kind of funny, but my brain, I've been traveling so much, I have no brain cells. Let me see if I can come up with the town names. We drove through Haverhill, which wasn't it. I'm looking at the town names. I'm so sorry. I'm not coming up with it. It was an easy one to butcher, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, Billerica. I was in Billerica, which is spelled Billerica, but if you live there, it's Billerica. So it's just kind of fun. I totally enjoy the regional U.S. and we kind of all speak the language, but not really. It's all different. Cindy, you should go to Primitive Gatherings. It is magical. This will be my third time there, and it won't be my last. Cindy, yep, the Peabody. I told him, I don't think you're in the Peabody. You're in the Peabody. Let's see. Carol, hello in Vernon, New Jersey, where it is also dark. Yep, Billerica. And I just had so much fun. You're with your people and you're like, hi, I stopped for breakfast in Billerica, and everyone bursts out laughing because they know what you mean. So yeah, it was a good time, and it's so hard teaching. I mean, I love teaching, but it's so hard when I'm done because I have to come home, and then all of my friends stay there and I don't come home with me. So I have to go back and meet them all again or see them online. So I made some new friends and met some old friends. And I'm done teaching in person for the year. So I don't think I go back on the road till the end of January. So next week, or this week actually, is Thanksgiving here in the US. And so that is my family's big holiday. We don't really celebrate Christmas. My kids do Christmas with their other side of the family. So I get everybody for Thanksgiving, and Christmas is just my husband and I. So after Thursday, I'm in work mode, getting ready for 2026. So I'm doing a lot of that. So let me go through my numbers. Cindy, let's see. Carol, it looks like it's dusk outside. Yeah. I was never traveled as a kid, and I remember going to the first time I went to Mexico as an adult in December. It was still dark at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night outside. I thought it stayed dark later further south. I didn't realize it just went dark. It was still hot, but it was dark. Weird. Things I didn't know, but things I learned by traveling. And it does. Today, the sun's really never coming up. It's just kind of a sort of day. But let me go through the numbers of where I've been. I was at Bits and Pieces. I'm coming home from there. So I started there. What did I buy this week? A lot. So I bought a split Rex ruler because I am doing the Aloha 5-0 mystery. And it needs a split Rex ruler. I mean, there's templates for it, but get a ruler. And I bought the kit I was talking about last week. We all knew I would. So there is a Jason Yenter quilt that I bought. It is called Trip of Dreams. And the kit came with a book, which makes it even better. And even better, it's all made out of pre-cuts. Wait, one more. So this is Jason Yenner from In the Beginning. I'm not sure what the fabric line is. I'm guessing the pattern will tell me. Trip of Dreams. It has this gorgeous border print in it, and it's a trip around the world, and I'm really excited to make it someday. Maybe I'll be at retreat with you someday, Cindy, and make it. Cindy and I have met on retreat. So I'll stop making noise. But that's what I bought last week. What did I finish last week? Absolutely nothing. I took some knitting with me, but I think I knit about 6 stitches. Our plan was to go see Wicked at the Jordan's IMAX, which is a furniture store for those of you who don't live in the area and you don't have furniture stores that have IMAX theaters in them. It's a thing there. My husband loves the theater, but we tried to watch Wicked 1, and I pretty much make it through the opening credits, and so I never saw Wicked 1, so we didn't go see Wicked 2, because I work and then I eat and then I sleep, and that's okay. I did maybe 6 or 8 stitches of knitting, and that's about it. Let's see, Cindy, you won't be going to retreat for a while. You're having surgery and out of commission for a few months. Well, hopefully the surgery will allow you to stitch at home. Hopefully it's something you can stitch through or hand stitch through or knit through or plan knitting or watch YouTube videos or engage in your hobby while your body is recovering. So I wish you well. And I hope that quilting can ease your recuperation. So let me go to my list here. Where's my list? Facebook Live. So I finished Bits and Pieces, the split Rex. What have I started? I have started my 2026 content. Let me see. I have a photo. Right here. Let's see. I didn't get it transferred over. So that's what I was doing why I was a couple minutes late. I was in the sewing room, so I was working on that. But that'll be coming in. That'll be the first week in 2026. So I'm working on 2026 content. I came up with 2 aha moments today to add to the content. So I'm basically living with graph paper right now. Got graph paper everywhere I go. I'm coming up with all of my content for next year because you got to draw out the lines. I will not, let's see. So what have I finished? Nothing. What have I started? Can't tell you. And what is next? American Thanksgiving is next. I have, I'm sorry, my hair has its own zip code today. The next place I'm going to teach in person is at Bits and Pieces the last week of January and the first week of February, snow date. For people in the rest of the country who do not understand, we cannot rely on travel in the winter, so we put in some snow dates. So last week of January or first week of February at Bits and Pieces in New Hampshire. I'm going to be doing some really fun stuff there, so stay tuned for more information. I am busy next week. I will not be here for Facebook Live, but I will send out a newsletter and I have some new content for you, so you can all watch that. While I'm busy not being here. So yeah, kind of a simple thing. I was talking to a friend this morning, Tracy Mooney is online. Her name is So Supportive. And she deals with chronic illness like I deal with chronic illness. And she has an online group to support quilters who struggle getting things done, staying organized. And we are both, sorry, I saw a few struggling with attention and finishing things, which just happened. So, Carol, do I think I will do a 2026 mystery? Yes. In my head, I'm doing a 2026 mystery. Have I designed it yet? No. But that is my number one focus. Save the date for the first Saturday in January. What is that, the 3rd or something? Let me go here. November, December, January. Yeah, January 3rd. Save January 3rd. But I don't have the mystery designed yet. And if I do a mystery, now I will get back to So Supportive. If I do the mystery, Bonnie Hunter does a mystery and hers starts the day after Thanksgiving. And I am not allowed to do a Bonnie Hunter mystery until I complete the 8 that I've already started. But Bonnie Hunter mysteries are pretty intense, like made 800 2-inch, 1.5-inch triangles or something like that. And they're cool. You should definitely do them. They're awesome. Go to quiltville.com. Do the Quiltville mystery. Let's see. Quiltville. And I will put this online. There you go. That's the word I'm saying. Quiltville. Go there and check out her free mystery online. I'm not doing that. My mysteries are simple, as in you start it and finish it the same day. It's a big piece, get it done. So my mysteries are simpler. You should do Bonnie Hunter too. But if you like mysteries and Bonnie Hunter is a little daunting, my mystery from last year is a pattern you can purchase. It's called Blanket Fort. That is on my website. You can purchase it. But I do not, it's called Blanket Fort Quilting. I don't have this year's written yet because it's been a year. So let's see where else we are. So happy holidays, everyone from Nevada. Hello in Nevada. You love mysteries? I do too. Good morning, Amelia. You're going into the season where you get more light. Do you struggle with the darkness in the winter like we do here in the Northern Hemisphere? Like, I'm not sure exactly how low you are compared to how high we are, from the pole, but it's dark. It's dark. Darkness is a thing. And all of my students and I were shopping at Primitive Gatherings, and we were just all buying bright things because we were reacting to the time change and the dark. Carol, you will help or make cookies? I affirm that. So back to the So Supportive group. It's called So Supportive. So look her up online, and she has an online group talking about, finishing things, getting motivated, staying track when you're dealing with chronic illnesses, either like AD, like attention deficit or physical or both. I got to have both. I don't know if you've noticed, squirrel, I'm easily distracted. But yeah, some days are harder to get things going. But I was talking to her this morning, Tracy Mooney from So Supportive. I'm going to write it here. It's called So Supportive, and I'm going to put it on the screen for you. There. So Supportive is the word I'm saying. So check her out on Instagram, Facebook, etc. We were talking about how daunting it was this week coming up, that I have to get the house clean. I have to get it ready for the grandkids. So because I have a 5-month-old, so he'll find crumbs if there are any. So I really have to clean all the corners. And after that, I want to make it clean and safe for the baby, because I haven't been home in 6 weeks and don't reach the floor very well myself, although my grandson definitely will. But after that, I'm going to focus on the people. We're keeping the food simple. I have one daughter-in-law bringing a few things, one daughter-in-law bringing another few things. My husband's going to cook the turkey. So I pretty much have like mashed potato and vegetables and gravy. That's kind of my job. So we're just keeping it simple and focusing on people and not food. Just to enjoy each other and getting all the cousins together and having a good day. Amelia, you do a little bit of darkness, but it's not bad. You must be more closer to the equator. Again, I just don't have a good picture of geography. Like, how light is it light there? Back in, I think, 2012, maybe, I was in Russia. And I started in St. Petersburg, which is right across the water from Finland. And it's white nights. And I was there practically for the white nights where the sun doesn't set. I'd be sitting in a restaurant and it would be daylight for dinner. And we would just talk. And then we're like, oh, it's getting late. It would be time to go home. We never did that. And it was midnight because it was still the middle of the day, bright sunshine outside. The white nights were a little challenging because that's just so close to a pole that it's really bright. But that means I really don't want to be there now because it's going to be dark, dark. Patty celebrating Thanksgiving? Yeah. I will be fine if I put out a can of gravy, instant mashed potatoes, and stovetop. Seriously. We're not food proud. I'm a foodie, but it's more about the people. And I think they would much rather that I was there, present, engaging, enjoyable, having fun, and had mediocre food. So I'm cutting the stress back. My husband's taking tomorrow off. We're going to get the house ready, and then we'll be fine. So I hope that you have some fun plans, and I hope they're not overwhelming plans. So let's see, Diana, you just started Bonnie's Mystery this morning. Do you have that split Rex ruler? Whenever I bought it, they told me it was for Bonnie Hunter's Mystery as well, but I haven't looked at Bonnie's. So yeah, that's what I have going on. So I am working. But tomorrow will be all pre-Thanksgiving. Thursday will be Thanksgiving. And after Thanksgiving Day, everyone comes and goes on the same day. And then Friday starts the pre-26. So my pre-2026 calendar, and I will be able to give you much more information. So got to work on that mystery quilt. It went so well last year that I know everyone wants one. I don't have it designed yet. I have several ideas, but I will finalize it and get that together after Thanksgiving and start promoting it. So as soon as I have it, you'll have it. This has been such a whirlwind season for me. I used to travel 200 plus days a year. And then when the pandemic hit, I was home 100% of the time. And then I got sick in the end of 2022, and 2023 was kind of rough for me that I wasn't around a lot. I finally feel like I'm back to work. In my brain, my body doesn't do as much. I sleep afterward. But I finally feel like I got my groove back from December of 2022. It's been 3 years. And I finally feel like I'm getting my work feet under me. So to travel like I did prior to 2020 and do my work um, that I did during the pandemic, trying to do them at the same time was a little bit iffy. So I'm trying to see how much of my yearly content I can get done in December. So I have like December, I'll finish December, January, February, March. And then in January, I can finish April, May, June. And in February, I can finish July, August, September. Because once I start traveling again, my calendar gets kind of full. So I'm trying to pre-work and get some stuff done. So you're saying you're at 38 degrees. That I don't know what degrees I'm at, so I can't really compare. My geography is really, really bad. I just know it gets dark here at 4:00. And I would in New Hampshire, it was dark at 4:00 in the afternoon. Here, it might be 4:15. Let's see what the legit sunset is today, according to the Weather Channel. It still thinks I'm in New Hampshire. Talk amongst yourselves. So today, the sun sets at 4:28, which is still way too early. I don't like it. A happy day to be thankful. Every day is a happy day to be thankful. So I'm coming into Thanksgiving grateful for the last travel season I had that made me feel almost like my old self, except older and more tired, but love being in the classroom, love being with students. And I never expected I'd get that back. So it's such a treat. I'm thankful looking ahead. I have my family coming on Thursday. I have my calendars getting full for next year. So I have online classes I'm teaching for shops. I have in-person classes I'm teaching for shops, some guild work. So yeah, a lot to be thankful for. And Patty, you put on your sweats when it gets dark. Yeah, my husband was with me on the trip. So he would drop me off at work and he would go touring and tootling. And then he would pick me up at 4:30 when I was done working. And we would head back to the hotel. He was like, I'm not ready for dinner yet. Let's go out later. I'm like, oh, honey, that's adorable. If I were here alone, I'm picking up dinner on my way back to the hotel because once my body gets in that hotel, the door locks and it doesn't let me out again until the sun rises because I get on my jammies immediately and that's it for the night. I'm home almost all day today. I forgot I have to go pick up my car, but I'm not even in shoes today. I've got slippers on. I mean, I'm dressed. Working at home, I don't have to wear pants, but I do. So New York is 40 north. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't know. I just know it's dark. And I don't handle that change well. I don't get sad. I just miss the light. So I know there are people who really suffer from the lack of daylight. I don't suffer from it. I'm just like, it's midnight. It's midnight and you look at the clock and it's 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, business hours aren't even over yet. Kind of crazy. So anyway, that's why everyone that was buying fabric last week, we're all buying bright, brighter, and brightest, just as we're dealing with the dark. Because there was a more mute version of this, and I one of the students there, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to get that." Wait, nope, getting the brighter one because I'm craving color. So that's how we handle it. You're okay with the dark until after New Year's and then you're ready for light again? See, I think I'm not okay with dark until after Christmas because then it's winter and I'm okay with dark in January. And fortunately, it starts to get light. It's the first 6 weeks I crab about. I crab 6-8 weeks. The first third of the winter. So we went Halloween. I think the time changed around Halloween. So all of November, all of December, rough. It should not be dark yet. January, I'm okay with dark, but in January, it's going to be on the upswing again. So, mm, yeah, I'm grateful for many things. I'm not grateful for the dark, and that's okay. I just will have to scream at the clouds about that, about things I can't change, but enjoy bright colors and bright lights and music and such. So that's really all I have for you today. Again, I will not be here next week. Next Tuesday, I will not be here. I will be here the following Tuesday. So what is that? The 30th or 2nd. I'll be here on the 9th, I guess that is. So I have new content and a newsletter going out for you for next Tuesday in the meantime. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving and be thankful. Whether you're here in the States, where we're celebrating Thanksgiving this week, whether you're in Canada, where Thanksgiving has already passed, or wherever you are in the world, it's a great time to be thankful. Take care of yourself in the dark or the light or whatever that looks like. Take care of each other. And I will be back again in 2 weeks on a Tuesday. If you haven't yet subscribed to my newsletter, go to debbiebrownquilts.com. Debbie, spelled like this channel is spelled. debbiebrownquilts.com. Scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll find out the new content. I don't, all the new things that are coming. I don't put out newsletters more than once a week, and I haven't put out a newsletter in the last 2 months other than last week, so I won't bother you a lot. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and I will be back in 2 weeks.